Hi folks, this is Tejasvi back with another video. I keep getting asked what all apps do I use on my Mac? Apps that are free, apps that are paid, where to download them, and stuff like that. Here in this video, I'm going to answer all of your questions. Well, starting with the first app, folks. When I'm talking about apps, I'm talking about non-Apple apps, apps that I've either downloaded or paid for. Well, starting with the first app, folks, we have Liner. Well, what does Liner do, folks, if you may ask? Liner is a smart highlighter app which essentially is installed as a Safari extension. If I open Safari, well, let's open say Wikipedia. Here's a featured article for Nusera Ini is the pharaoh of ancient Egypt and stuff like that. So what if I want to highlight something like I want to highlight Kent Cos 2? What do? Right click and select the word and click on the pencil icon, as you can see, folks. Well, now this thing has highlighted. Now what if I want to remove the highlight? Nothing, folks. Right click, click on delete. Demonstrating again. If I want to highlight Neferefre, alright, select it, click on the pencil, highlight it. If you want to unhighlight it, right click, click on delete. What if you want to change the color of the highlight? Here you can pick either yellow or blue. As you saw, I just highlighted that text blue. This is a really handy app, folks. It is really helpful when you are reading news articles and stuff like that. Alright, the next app, folks, it's Google Chrome. Now, I have always advocated against using Google Chrome on Mac OS or Windows. My reason being that Google Chrome is a memory hog. It consumes hell of a lot of RAM. It makes your computer really slow. Why do I use Google Chrome, folks? The reason is Android. I use an Android phone, folks. And on Android, Chrome is the primary browser. So I go through a lot of websites, articles, innovations, and stuff like that, which I'd like to share with you all. So I bookmark those. So the only way of getting those bookmarks onto my laptop is signing into the same account, same Google account on my laptop as well through Google Chrome. So if I can demonstrate, opening Google Chrome. Now, if I can right click on the three dots, go to bookmarks, go to mobile bookmarks. As you can see, these are all the folders that I have made. News in focus folders, which I'd like to share with you in a news in focus episode coming later this week. Videos to make later, super long train journeys and stuff like that. My primary reason for using Google Chrome is bookmarks, folks. It syncs bookmarks across my phone as well as my laptop. Another app that I'd like to share with you all is Parallels Desktop. This app I use to run Windows on my Mac. Now, why do I need to use Windows on my Mac, folks, if you may ask? Well, I have an Android phone, and sometimes I need to run some ADB and fastboot commands and do a bit of tinkering around with my operating system. Hence, I need Windows. And my Mac officially does not support Windows 10, so that is the only way that I can get it to run Windows 10. So, Parallels Desktop is about $80 as I can see on the website. So I use this app, folks. This is a really nice app. It really integrates the Windows and Mac apps together, and you can in fact enter coherence mode, in which you can launch even Mac files with Windows apps and Windows files with Mac apps, I can say that. For home and student use, it's $80, folks. I really recommend purchasing this app, folks. Another alternative to this is VMware Fusion. Up until now, I was using VMware Fusion only, folks, but there was a problem where I couldn't get my internet working on Windows 10, even on a clean install. Hence, I shifted to Parallels Desktop. VMware is also a paid app. I suppose it's $60 or something like that, or probably the same amount. I don't remember. I really recommend using these apps because using these apps, you don't need to partition your hard disk and you can very well run Windows as a program. I have allocated about 1.5 gigs for Windows 8.1 and Windows 10. As you can see, I have two Windows installed on my laptop. I just have to click on the power button and it will start booting. When you connect a pen drive, it shows you a pop-up asking you whether to connect it to Windows or connect it to Mac. So it's a really handy application, and if you need to occasionally run some apps, some Windows apps, it's really handy tool. Although it's paid, as I told you, $80 or something. Another app that I have, folks, is 5K Player. As you know, that QuickTime is really limited and it plays only certain video formats. 5K Player plays all the formats, folks. Yes, you can download 5K Player from Chrome, as in just Google the app 5K Player. I highly recommend it. It's a free app. Let me open it. Here, you can even play YouTube stuff on it. It has a radio functionality, and you can, of course, use music stuff. It's a free app, folks. You can definitely try it. Then another app that I have is Android File Transfer. There is no way to interact with your Android phone from a Mac operating system, folks. Hence, this app really comes in handy. It's a file manager for Android devices, which basically enables you to drag and drop stuff around to and fro from your MacBook to your Android and vice versa. Then I have Backup and Sync by Google. This is essentially Google Drive sync app, folks. When you connect your pen drive or an external storage device, it basically backs it up. It's a really nifty tool because it creates a backup on Google Drive of whatever you have on your removable drive. As you can see, I have not set it up yet, but my mother uses it a lot. One app that I really recommend everyone to download from the App Store is Bandwidth Plus. This essentially shows you upload and download stuff. So this is the download, 4.37 gigs, and this is the download on the second one, and this is the consolidated stuff. When you're downloading something, as you can see, I have downloaded 1.67 gigs today. So it shows you the amount of data that you have consumed. It's a really nice app, folks. Bandwidth Plus. All the links will be in the description below. In macOS High Sierra and macOS Sierra, for that case, Apple removed the ability to show you time remaining. This app really comes in handy. ChargeBerry. It shows you the battery health, folks, as it's saying normal health rate, and it shows you time remaining, as in current usage 58 minutes, internet browsing 2 hours 43 minutes, movies, standby. It also shows you battery cycle count, as it's showing me 1190 out of 1000. Of course, it's free. ChargeBerry. Now my mother uses this app, Cisco WebEx meetings. I don't use this app, so I will not cover this app. Another handy app that I really like is Coconut Battery. You can Google this app and download it as a DMG file and install it. It checks for your battery health, as it's showing that my battery health is at 60%. So yes, folks, my battery is really degraded. And then you can, of course, get the battery health of your iOS device also. And it shows you battery info as well, a detailed summary. as in who's the manufacturer, Dynapack, manufacturing date, age, life cycles, stuff like that. One app that I really like to use is Clean My Mac X. As you can see, folks, it's an expensive app, $2,668 for one Mac, but it's totally worth it. Why do I say so? Well, as you can see, folks, it can clean up system junk, photo junk, mail attachments. What happens, folks, is if you have a ton of emails like I do, you get a lot of attachments which you constantly download. All those attachments clog up your temporary storage and make your Mac run slower. So you can clear those. Then you have iTunes junk, and sometimes you forget cleaning the trash bin or the trash can. So you can, of course, use this app for that. Then you can remove malware. Yes, Macs don't get viruses, but they are not immune to malware. Then you have speed optimization, maintenance and stuff. I don't recommend this. I do not recommend speed optimization and maintenance, folks, because it basically clears all the apps from the RAM. Hence, when you reload the app, it takes a bit longer to reload. Then you have the uninstaller, updater. Then it will show you all the extensions. Then it can, of course, show you large and old files that you haven't used in a while. It's a really nice app, folks. I highly recommend it, although it's paid. Of course, I use Final Cut Pro, folks. It's a really expensive app, folks. It's for $25,000. It's a really expensive app. I do not recommend Final Cut Pro for regular users. iMovie is good enough for them. Final Cut Pro is for video editors, video creators, content creators. Final Cut Pro is not for normal public. It's really expensive. Here it is, folks. This is the interface of Final Cut Pro X, and here you can create a project and add titles, animations. You have complete control, folks. This is the timeline, and then you have audio inspectors and a bunch of stuff. I'll do a Final Cut Pro tutorial later on, but this is the app, folks. As you can see, Final Cut Pro 10.4.6, because that's the latest version my device supports. Well, here it is, folks. It's for $24,900, almost $25,000. It is showing not bought because, of course, I have bought it from a different account. I have 3 user accounts in my MacBook. Next app, folks, is Photor Photo Editor. It's a decent photo editor, folks. I downloaded this app 3 years back when iPhoto was prevalent, and the Photos app didn't have as much of editing options. But now I find Photos app is fully capable. But nonetheless, this thing can create collages, and it has HDR photography mode. And I feel if you want to do a quick touch up for a selfie or stuff like that, it's a really nifty tool. But right now, if you ask me, I would not recommend downloading this app unless you have tried out the Photos app. If you find it limiting, of course, you can download Photor. Then there is GoToMeeting. I don't use it, folks. My mother uses. Then there is Kindle. I don't need to open this app. Everybody knows it. Regarding my ebooks and stuff like that. Then there is Kiwi for Gmail Lite. It's a small Gmail client, folks. Sometimes Apple Mail takes a little bit longer to load. Hence, at that time, I access my mail from Kiwi. It's essentially a really small app, and it's just a desktop client. It's a very light app as well. Then there is Microsoft Edge, folks. Edge is a really capable browser, folks. I use Microsoft Edge a lot. Often at times, I feel that Safari takes a bit longer, or sometimes often fails to load a particular web page. At that times, Microsoft Edge comes in handy. It's a free app, folks. You can download it for free. Then there is Excel, OneNote, Outlook, PowerPoint, and Word. Microsoft Teams, my mother has a corporate account and stuff like that. She uses it, I never use it. So, and of course I have OneDrive. I recommend QBitTorrent. This is the torrent client I recommend. It does not have ads. It's a really simple interface and it gets the job done without annoying ads. QBitTorrent. I have downloaded this from the App Store, I believe. Then I use Send Anywhere app, folks. I find it really handy. It's a cross-platform app like ShareIt. Now, as we know that ShareIt has been banned, Send Anywhere is a really nice app. I use it all the time to send video footage from my mobile device to my laptop. The good thing about Send Anywhere is that you need to input a 6-digit key to make that connection. So it's not like anyone in your vicinity can receive the file that you're trying to send. It's a secure way, much more secure than ShareIt, I believe. And it's cross-platform. It runs on Windows, iOS, Android, Mac, pretty much everything. Then of course I have the Shazam app. I like listening to music a lot. I sometimes come across a song which I don't know is from which album, who's the singer and stuff like that. At that time, Shazam comes in really handy, folks. Click to Shazam and it will recognize the song, folks. As simple as that. It's a really nice app. And now I believe that Apple has acquired Shazam. It's even better. Another really nice app that I like is Sketchbook. Well, think of it as an app that is of the level of Adobe Photoshop and stuff like that. Of course, it doesn't have as much features, but nonetheless, as you can see, you can draw on your trackpad. It's a really nice way to interact with your Mac, folks. As you can see, I can click the pencil and I can draw through my trackpad. And it has a ton of options, folks. It has colors, and you can select the color, folks. I can draw a red line, I can insert text. All right, it's a really nice app. Well, you have the crop options, and think of it as an alternative to the Paint app, but with a ton of features. Then I use Spotify, folks. I suppose Spotify doesn't need an introduction. Everybody knows what it is. The best music streaming platform in the world. Well, here it is, folks. My songs and stuff like that. If I can I don't want to get a copyright. Yes, I was listening to Savage Love. I really like this song. I love listening to Spotify music. Folks, I use an app known as the Unarchiver. It does what the name says, unarchive files. The problem with Apple's inbuilt Unarchiver is that it, I suppose, does not support RAR files. At least not on High Sierra, the operating system version that I'm using. So if I click on a RAR file, it starts looking for an compatible app in the App Store. That's the problem with High Sierra. With the Apple default Unarchiver. Hence I use the app. You can find it on the App Store. It's a free app. Then one thing that I use a lot is TunnelBear. It's a VPN that I use a lot. Sometimes you need to access some websites which have been blocked by Government of India. Not necessarily stuff that you shouldn't be visiting, but sometimes you need to visit a few websites to download some stuff. Hence, as I was using the Germany server, as I've showed you. So I highly recommend TunnelBear VPN as the VPN of your choice. Then of course my mother uses the Zoom app. I don't use it. Then I have my WhatsApp. Yes, WhatsApp is available on the App Store, and you can download it for free and set it up. It's a fully fledged app, although I've not set it up. Well, that's it for this episode of What's on my Mac in 2020. I have showed you all the apps, free or paid, that I have installed on my Mac. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Comment if you'd like me make video on a particular topic. Share this video with your friends and family. This is your host, Tejasvi Kapoor, signing off.